Welcome back to the channel. In this video, we're stepping into the daily routine of one of the most disciplined humans alive. A man who is recognized globally across countries, languages and generations. Cristiano Ronaldo. And whether you admire him, debate him or study him, one thing is sure, he is not just a footballer. Instead, he is a global symbol of discipline, longevity and relentless self-improvement. And for sure, there is something that you and I can learn from just looking at his daily routine, which we are definitely going to do in this video. So that's why this series is split into 4 points. Number 1, his daily routine. Number 2, what are the benefits? Number 3, what you can take away from his routine. And last but not least, and very important, things that you need to adjust before even trying out any of his principles. All right, you are ready to rumble? Of course, yes, I am ready too. Let's start right away with section number 1, his daily routine. And one thing for sure is that his daily routine is really built on precision, discipline, and his obsession with improvement. As you can see, one thing that's very specific for his sleeping routine is that he sleeps around 7.5 hours. Have you ever heard of somebody who says, I sleep exactly 7.5 hours? I have never heard beforehand of that. And what is so particular about his sleeping routine is that instead of just sleeping those 7.5 hours within one run, he splits up his day into 5 naps throughout the day, and each of those naps are 90 minutes long. Isn't that interesting? That really he's able to split his sleeping habits throughout the day so that he can really rest, reset his energy just at peak moments, so that for the next part of the day, he is ready and loaded with lots of energy to do his best in the next training section or whatever comes next. Isn't that amazing? I find this really interesting because yes, I love to nap, and sometimes taking a 20-minute nap, power nap, helps me just to re-energize myself and be ready for the next part of the day. But doing this consistently, this sounds very interesting. And one thing is also for sure is that those 90-minute naps, they're not just randomly allocated during the day. No, he really strategically places them and makes sure that those nap times, they're continuously repeated. So that is really a habit. Every single day he tries to sleep at the same time. Interesting, right? Have you ever thought of trying out something like that? And one thing that is also different to any other CEO is that he's not just waking up at 4 a.m. No, he really builds his daily routine that he has a good balance between rest and be ready to perform at its best. Cristiano Ronaldo wakes up at times that really support his recovery so that he is again unstoppable for the day to come. Talking about being unstoppable for the day to come, let's have a look at how his breakfast might look like. And one thing for sure, his diet is clean and it's a high protein breakfast that he's taken. So think about, he's eating egg whites, whole grains, fruit, avocado and fresh juice. One thing for sure, no sugar, no processed food, and he doesn't have those, today I'm going to treat myself with a nice cake. Nope, nope, nope. And what is very interesting though, is that I like to sometimes have those treatment mornings when I'm just saying, okay, Louisa, you had a busy week, you really did your best. Let's just have one of these delicious cakes. But no, he is very consistent and really relentless in making sure that the food that he's eating really adds a purpose towards energizing him. Because this brings us to the next point, his exercising routine. He exercises 2 to 3 times a day. And the training includes strength work, sprint drill, high intensity cardio, technical ball work, flexibility and mobility. And one thing that is really interesting, exercising 2 to 3 times a day, it really shows that he trains to be one of the best of his level. And of course, he trains like somebody who really just refuses completely to age. And that is very interesting because when I hear stories like him, it just inspires me and reminds me of some of those elderly people who are in their 90s and they seem so fit because they still exercise. I once even heard about a lady who is 90 plus years and still can do a 3-minute plank. Isn't that amazing? So it really shows that exercise can really help you stay young for a long time. Then let's have a look at the next point. he eats small meals every day, which is 5 to 6. So the same way his sleeping patterns are not just one sleep, it's 5 different nap times, the same applies to his food. So he has 5 to 6 meals a day. And every meal is functional. Each calorie has a purpose. And every bite that he's taking is to energize himself. Which is really interesting because I don't know if you have the same thing, but sometimes in the afternoon you're thinking about, I'm craving something nice, maybe something salty and something sweet. And then if you think about it, when you have those cravings, he might just not have those cravings because he already has the regular meals. But I just sometimes really like, eating this nice cupcake or those chips really also give you some nice energy boost. But he is very consistent on that and skips this part. So that is something really interesting to hear about. Next part is that he prioritizes recovery as much as training. This includes cryotherapy, ice baths, stretching, physiotherapy, massage, and hydration protocols. He really treats recovery like a full-time job. And that's when it gets even more interesting because he really trains like a tough cookie, but he trains like a super champion. But in order to have all this energy to perform at his best, he makes sure that he balances also with just taking care of his body, taking care of himself, so that when his body needs to do his best, he really is re-energized because of the different steps he's taken. That is really interesting. So far I haven't thought about it. Only after exercising I thought, okay, let me have a smoothie or just reward myself with something nice. But how about you? What are you doing to really balance your day and also balance the energy peaks that you need to have and balance it with just calming yourself down? Let me know in the comments. I'm curious to hear from you. The next point is that he avoids alcohol, sugar, and late nights. His discipline is not just seasonal. It's not just for the summer or not just for a match. No. It's for every single day for decades. I mean, isn't that amazing to see his discipline in applying a routine that matches his identity, a routine that really supports him in being the best in his league, right? It clearly shows that you need to have a routine that supports you, that really pushes you to be the best version of yourself. Then the next part is that he also spends time with his family. Despite his intensity, Ronaldo protects family time. It's part of his emotional recovery. And it just makes sense, right? Sometimes you have these busy days at work and you come home and you just want to share with your loved ones all the little victories you had. Or sometimes you just want to hear a pep talk from your family member, push you on the shoulder and say, yes, I know right now it's tough, but you are a superhero. You are my champion. So keep on pushing and I know you're going to succeed. Right? Doesn't this sound nice? So of course here his family is really part of also the emotional balance, to balance all the physical exercise, all the sports. Last but not least, he ends the day with stretching and another sleep cycle. So the day ends the way it began, with discipline. And that's really interesting. Other productive people have like a good night routine, they do some meditation, make sure they drink enough, but for him, stretching is very important so that his muscles can really rest throughout the night. All right, now we had a look at his daily routine. And one thing is for sure, that Cristiano Ronaldo is not just a normal football player. No. Really, his daily routine is set up for building up a machine that lasts and does their best every single day. All right, now we looked at his daily routine, but let's have a look at what are the benefits. Benefit number 1, longevity. Ronaldo is performing at elite levels well into his late 30s and 40s. It's not luck, it's engineering. And as you could see in the daily routine, he really exercises 2 to 3 times a day. And of course, when you do all the cardio work, all the strength training, you tell your body, listen, no matter what, I want to be energetic, I want to be healthy, I want to be young, no matter what, and try to figure it out. And it's really interesting because whenever I go to the gym, and before maybe I'm a bit lazy, but I'm saying, no, Louisa, it's an investment into your energy. And that's one thing I definitely can also agree to, is that after exercising, you just have way more energy and it helps you to really be the best version of yourself throughout the day and of course the days to come. Then benefit number 2, which is consistency. His routine eliminates randomness. No guesswork, no what should I eat next, or no, should I train today? No, everything is structured. And this is really helpful for him because if you have a system in place, you cannot just say, oh, today I'm too lazy to exercise. Let me skip it today. It's not possible because you already have a strict routine, and if you miss it once, there are going to be other consequences. And that's really interesting because sometimes also when I feel like, maybe today I feel lazy for recording. No. Having a system in place really helps you to push through and really helps you achieve your goal when motivation dies, right? So he has something that his system really supports him in building up the discipline and continuously developing himself because he practices, he exercises every single day. Every single day he improves, and you see step by step, there are going to be small improvements, but if you do it every single day, he builds up momentum that helps him to be at his top level. Then let's have a look at benefit number 3. Peak physical performance. His training and recovery cycle keeps him explosive, fast and strong. And as you could see, his recovery time and meal time and then also exercising time is kind of really aligned with each other so that he consistently recovers his energy throughout the day so that whenever he needs to train and be at the best of his peak performance, he is there because just before, a few minutes beforehand, he was resting. Now benefit number 4, which is mental discipline. When your life is structured, your mind becomes sharper. Ronaldo's confidence comes from the preparation. Because here's the thing, if you continuously show up every single day, you build up the routine, you build up the habit, it tells you that no matter what, I'm an achiever, I get things done, I accomplish things, I win. And that's the thing that happens with his routine because you can already see it is very structured, it is very structured the day itself. And by having those small commitments every single day, he really builds up the momentum and it helps him to really stick to the plan because if he has done it already 10 years beforehand, why should he skip the schedule right now? Then now let's have a look at benefit number 5, which is identity alignment. His routine reinforces who he believes he is, a champion, a leader, and a machine built for excellence. Isn't that interesting that he really built his routine that matches who he wants to be seen, who he wants to be seen by himself, but also by others. That's one thing that I haven't considered until now. Having a routine that really reflects specifically who you are, who you want to be seen. Do you want to be seen as a champion? Do you want to be seen as somebody very analytical, etc.? So that is an interesting benefit from his daily routine. Then that's it for today. And I'm curious to hear your comments. Which point do you find the most interesting? Or if you have any other comments, let me know. And I'm curious to hear from you. See you in part number 2.